Unemployment insurance weekly claims. Transmission of materials in this release is embargoed until 8:30 a.m. Eastern, Thursday, January 14, 2021. Seasonally adjusted data. In the week ending January 9, the advance figure for seasonally adjusted initial claims was 965,000, an increase of 181,000 from the previous week's revised level. The previous week's level was revised down by 3,000 from 787,000 to 784,000. The 4-week moving average was 834,250, an increase of 18,250 from the previous week's revised average. The previous week's average was revised down by 2,750 from 818,750 to 816,000. The advanced seasonally adjusted insured unemployment rate was 3.7% for the week ending January 2, an increase of 0.2 percentage point from the previous week's unrevised rate. The advance number for seasonally adjusted insured unemployment during the week ending January 2 was 5,271,000, an increase of 199,000 from the previous week's unrevised level of 5,072,000. The 4-week moving average was 5,215,750, a decrease of 59,000 from the previous week's unrevised average of 5,274,750. Unadjusted data. The advance number of actual initial claims under state programs, unadjusted, totaled 1,151,015 in the week ending January 9, an increase of 231,335, or 25.2%, from the previous week. The seasonal factors had expected an increase of 131,769, or 14.3%, from the previous week. There were 338,550 initial claims in the comparable week in 2020. In addition, for the week ending January 9, 45 states reported 284,470 initial claims for pandemic unemployment assistance. The advance unadjusted insured unemployment rate was 4.1% during the week ending January 2, an increase of 0.4 percentage point from the prior week. The advance unadjusted level of insured unemployment in state programs totaled 5,856,230, an increase of 474,180, or 8.8%, from the preceding week. The seasonal factors had expected an increase of 274,958, or 5.1%, from the previous week. A year earlier the rate was 1.5% and the volume was 2,249,123. The total number of continued weeks claimed for benefits in all programs for the week ending December 26 was 18,406,940, a decrease of 744,511 from the previous week. There were 2,176,360 weekly claims filed for benefits in all programs in the comparable week in 2019. During the week ending December 26, extended benefits were available in the following 23 states: Alaska, California, Connecticut, District of Columbia, Georgia, Hawaii, Illinois, Louisiana, Massachusetts, Michigan, Nevada, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, North Carolina, Ohio, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Puerto Rico, Rhode Island, Texas, the Virgin Islands, and Washington. Initial claims for UI benefits filed by former federal civilian employees totaled 2,008 in the week ending January 2, an increase of 236 from the prior week. There were 1,060 initial claims filed by newly discharged veterans, an increase of 325 from the preceding week. There were 16,873 continued weeks claimed filed by former federal civilian employees the week ending December 26, an increase of 101 from the previous week. Newly discharged veterans claiming benefits totaled 9,500, an increase of 406 from the prior week. During the week ending December 26, 49 states reported 7,442,888 continued weekly claims for pandemic unemployment assistance benefits and 50 states reported 4,166,261 continued claims for pandemic emergency unemployment compensation benefits. The highest insured unemployment rates in the week ending December 26 were in Pennsylvania 6.6, Alaska 6.5, Kansas 6.4, New Mexico 5.9, Illinois 5.6, Washington 5.6, Nevada 5.5, the Virgin Islands 5.3, Minnesota 5.2, and California 5.0. The largest increases in initial claims for the week ending January 2 were in Louisiana, plus 17,119, Kansas, plus 15,400, Texas, plus 14,541, Georgia, plus 12,498, and Washington, plus 10,950, while the largest decreases were in Illinois, minus 65,099, California, minus 7,743, Maryland, minus 2,088, and Florida, minus 1,836. Unemployment insurance data for regular state programs. Week ending January 9. Initial claims seasonally adjusted 965,000. Initial claims not seasonally adjusted 1,151,015. 4-week moving average seasonally adjusted 834,250. Week ending January 2. Insured unemployment seasonally adjusted 5,271,000. Insured unemployment not seasonally adjusted 5,856,230. 4-week moving average seasonally adjusted 5,215,750. Insured unemployment rate seasonally adjusted 3.7%. Insured unemployment rate not seasonally adjusted 4.1%. Initial claims filed in federal programs unadjusted. Week ending January 9. Pandemic unemployment assistance 284,470. Week ending January 2. Federal employees UCFE 2008. Newly discharged veterans UCX 1,060. Continued weeks claimed filed for UI benefits in all programs unadjusted. Week ending December 26. Total 18,406,940. Footnotes. SA seasonally adjusted data, NSA not seasonally adjusted data. Continued weeks claimed represent all weeks of benefits claimed during the week being reported, and do not represent weeks claimed by unique individuals. 1. Prior year is comparable to most recent data. 2. Most recent week used covered employment of 142,133,208 as denominator. 3. Information on the Pandemic Unemployment Assistance (PUA) program can be found in UIPL 16-20, PUA program information. 4. Information on the Pandemic Emergency Unemployment Compensation (PEUC) program can be found in Unemployment Insurance Program Letter, UIPL 17-20, PEUC program information. 5. Information on the EB program can be found here, EB program information. 6. Some states maintain additional benefit programs for those claimants who exhaust regular benefits, and when applicable, extended benefits. Information on states that participate, and the extent of benefits paid, can be found starting on page 4-4 of this link, Extensions and Special Programs PDF. 7. Information on STC work sharing can be found starting on page 4-8 of the following link, Extensions and Special Programs PDF. 8. Totals include PUA unemployment for the appropriate corresponding week. Advanced state claims, not seasonally adjusted. Initial claims filed during week ended January 9. U.S. total, 1,151,015. Insured unemployment for week ended January 2. U.S. total, 5,856,230. Note, advance claims are not directly comparable to claims reported in prior weeks. Advance claims are reported by the state liable for paying the unemployment compensation, whereas previous weeks' reported claims reflect claimants by state of residence. In addition, claims reported as work-share equivalent in the previous week are added to the advance claims as a proxy for the current week's work-share equivalent activity. Seasonally adjusted US weekly UI claims in thousands. Initial claims January 9, 2021, 965. Insured unemployment January 2, 2021, 5,271. Pandemic unemployment assistance claims, not seasonally adjusted. PUA initial claims filed during week ended January 9. U.S. total, 284,470. PUA continued claims for week ended December 26. 7,442,888. Note, information on the Pandemic Unemployment Assistance (PUA) program can be found in UIPL 16-20, PUA program information. Backdated claims may be included in these figures. Pandemic Emergency Unemployment Compensation continued claims, not seasonally adjusted. PEUC claims filed during weeks ended December 26. U.S. total, 4,166,261. Note, information on the Pandemic Emergency Unemployment Compensation (PEUC) program can be found in Unemployment Insurance Program Letter, UIPL 17-20, PEUC program information. Extended Benefits (EB) continued claims, not seasonally adjusted EB claims filed during weeks ended December 26. U.S. total, 1,326,802. Note, information on the EB program can be found here, EB program information. Initial claims filed during week ended January 2. Totals, 919,680. Insured unemployment for week ended December 26. Totals, 5,382,050. Figures appearing in columns showing over the week changes reflect all revisions in data for prior week submitted by state agencies. 1. The Unemployment Compensation Program for Federal Employees (UCFE) and the Unemployment Compensation for Ex-Service Members (UCX) exclude claims filed jointly under other programs to avoid duplication. 2. Rate is not seasonally adjusted. The source of U.S. total covered employment is BLS. Unadjusted initial claims for week ended January 2, 2021. States with an increase of more than 1,000. State change. State supplied comment. Louisiana, plus 17,119. Kansas, plus 15,400. Texas, plus 14,541. Layoffs in the healthcare and social assistance, management of companies and enterprises, manufacturing, accommodation and food services, and finance and insurance industries. Georgia, plus 12,498. Layoffs in the manufacturing, administrative and support and waste management and remediation services, transportation and warehousing, and accommodation and food services industries. Washington, plus 10,950. Layoffs in the mining, quarrying, and oil and gas extraction, construction, manufacturing, wholesale trade, retail trade, transportation and warehousing, educational services, accommodation and food services, other services, and public administration industries. Michigan, plus 10,638. Layoffs in the manufacturing industry. Colorado, plus 8,532. Virginia, plus 7,640. Layoffs in the accommodation and food services industry. Tennessee, plus 6,781. Layoffs in the other services, administrative and support and waste management and remediation services, transportation and warehousing, retail trade, and accommodation and food services industries. New York, plus 5,493. Layoffs in the transportation and warehousing, information, and construction industries. Alabama, plus 5,480. Layoffs in the administrative and support and waste management and remediation services, retail trade, accommodation and food services, construction, healthcare and social assistance, and manufacturing industries. Wisconsin, plus 4,894. Layoffs in the manufacturing and transportation and warehousing industries. North Carolina, plus 4,613. Layoffs in the administrative and support and waste management and remediation services and educational services industries. South Carolina, plus 4,461. Kentucky, plus 4,141. Massachusetts, plus 2,982. Missouri, plus 2,822. Layoffs in the construction, manufacturing, and administrative and support and waste management and remediation services industries. Indiana, plus 2,783. Oregon, plus 1,792. New Hampshire, plus 1,651. Arizona, plus 1,423. Maine, plus 1,273. Layoffs in the retail trade, accommodations and food services, administrative and support and waste management and remediation services, and manufacturing services. Nevada, plus 1,252. Minnesota, plus 1,211. Mississippi, plus 1,155. Montana, plus 1,116. Oklahoma, plus 1,028. States with a decrease of more than 1,000. State change. State supplied comment. Illinois, minus 65,099. California, minus 7,743. Fewer layoffs in the service industry. Maryland, minus 2,088. Florida, minus 1,836. Fewer layoffs in the agriculture, forestry, fishing and hunting, construction, manufacturing, wholesale trade, retail trade, and service industries. Technical notes. This news release presents the weekly unemployment insurance (UI) claims reported by each state's unemployment insurance program offices. These claims may be used for monitoring workload volume, assessing state program operations, and for assessing labor market conditions. States initially report claims directly taken by the state liable for the benefit payments, regardless of where the claimant who filed the claim resided. These are the basis for the advance initial claims and continued claims reported each week. These data come from ETA 538, Advance Weekly Initial and Continued Claims Report. The following week initial claims and continued claims are revised based on a second reporting by states that reflect the claimants by state of residence. These data come from the ETA 539, Weekly Claims and Extended Benefits Trigger Data Report. A. Initial claims. An initial claim is a claim filed by an unemployed individual after a separation from an employer. The claimant requests a determination of basic eligibility for the UI program. When an initial claim is filed with a state, certain programmatic activities take place, and these result in activity counts, including the count of initial claims. The count of U.S. initial claims for unemployment insurance is a leading economic indicator because it is an indication of emerging labor market conditions in the country. However, these are weekly administrative data which are difficult to seasonally adjust, making the series subject to some volatility. B. Continued weeks claimed. A person who has already filed an initial claim and who has experienced a week of unemployment then files a continued claim to claim benefits for that week of unemployment. On a weekly basis, continued claims are also referred to as insured unemployment, as continued claims reflect a good approximation of the current number of insured unemployed workers filing for UI benefits. The count of U.S. continued weeks claimed is also a good indicator of labor market conditions. While continued claims are not a leading indicator, they roughly coincide with economic cycles at their peaks and lag at cycle troughs. They provide confirming evidence of the direction of the U.S. economy. C. Seasonal adjustments and annual revisions. Over the course of a year, the weekly changes in the levels of initial claims and continued claims undergo regularly occurring fluctuations. These fluctuations may result from seasonal changes in weather, major holidays, the opening and closing of schools, or other similar events. Because these seasonal events follow a more or less regular pattern each year, their influence on the level of a series can be tempered by adjusting for regular seasonal variation. These adjustments make trend and cycle developments easier to spot. At the beginning of each calendar year, the Bureau of Labor Statistics provides the Employment and Training Administration (ETA) with a set of seasonal factors to apply to the unadjusted data during that year. Concurrent with the implementation and release of the new seasonal factors, ETA incorporates revisions to the UI claims historical series caused by updates to the unadjusted data. U.S. Department of Labor news materials are accessible at http://www.dol.gov.